No wine! No wine. Moira, what's going on in this house?
What do you mean what's going on in this house?
We were supposed to go to the theater tonight and you called it off. You proposed to me and not 15 minutes later you try and chase me out of the house. Just tonight after your brother tries to strangle me, now you want to chase me home. Moira, do you love me?
Darling, I love you very much. I love you so much, in fact, that I can't marry you.
Well, why not?
There's a strange taint in the Brewster blood. Why, if you really knew my family, it's what you'd expect if Steinberg had written Hellzapoppin'.
Now, just because Teddy is a little...
No, it's not Teddy. It goes way back to the very first Brewster, the one who came over on the Mayflower. Well, you know, back in those days, the Indians used to scalp the settlers. He used to scalp the Indians.
Moira, that's ancient history.
No, the whole family. My grandfather Brewster. He would try those patent medicines on dead bodies to be sure he wouldn't kill them.
He wasn't so crazy, he made $1 million.
And then Jonathan, he's a maniac. He tried to kill you.
But he's your brother, not you. I'm in love with you.
And then there's Teddy. You know Teddy. He thinks he's Roosevelt. No, darling, no Brewster should marry. In fact, if I'd met my father in time, I would have stopped him.
But look at your aunts. They're Brewsters, aren't they? They're the kindest, sanest, sweetest people I've ever met.
Even they have their peculiarities.
Yes, but what lovely peculiarities. Kindness, generosity, human sympathy.
Another one.
Well, of course, there are plenty of others. You can't tell me anything about your aunts.
I'm not going to. Elaine, you've got to get out of here. You run along home and I'll call you up in a day or two.
But what's happened? We're here alone together.
No, something has just come up.
Well, will you at least walk me home? I'm afraid.
Afraid of a little walk to the cemetery?
Moira, will you kiss me goodnight?
Of course, darling. Now, you run along home and I'll call you up in a day or two.
You critic.
Abby, Martha, come in here!
I'll be in a minute, dear.
Come right now!
What's the matter? Where's Elaine?
I thought you promised me not to let anyone else in this house.
Well, Jonathan just
I don't need Jonathan, Dr. Einstein. And I need Dr. Einstein. Who is that on the window seat?
Mr. Hoskins.
That is not Mr. Hoskins.
Now, who could that be?
Are you trying to tell me you don't know who this is?
I certainly am. This is a fine how do you do. It's getting so anyone thinks he can walk in this house.
But Abby, you told me that you poisoned other gentlemen and put them in the window seat.
Yes.
But, well, he didn't get the idea about from Mr. Hoskins. Well, where is Mr. Hoskins?
He must have gone to Panama.
Oh, you buried him?
Oh, not yet. We haven't had a minute what with Jonathan in the house. We've always wanted to hold a double funeral, but I will not read services over a complete stranger.
A stranger? Hey, Abby, how can I believe you? You admitted me that you poisoned those other men.
Well, yes, but you don't think I'm stupid to telling a fib. Martha!
Oh, Moira. I'd like to have a word with you.
A word's just about all you have time for, Jonathan, because I've decided that you and your doctor friend are no longer welcome here.
I'm glad you recognize the fact that you and I can't live in the same roof, Moira. But you've arrived at the wrong conclusion. Take your suitcase and get out.
Jonathan, you're beginning to bore me. You had your one-night stand in Brooklyn, now move on!
Just because you've graduated from the fence post to the typewriter doesn't mean you've grown up, Moira. I'm staying and you're leaving, and that's now.
If you think I can be frightened, if you think that there's anything I fear...
There's one thing I've learned, Moira, in my life, and it's to be afraid of nothing.
Martha, just look and see what's in that window seat.
Jonathan, let Aunt Martha see what's in the window seat. Oh, Aunt Abby, I'm afraid I owe you an apology. You see, Jonathan and his doctor friend are leaving, and they're taking their cold companion with them. Jonathan, you're my brother. You're a Brewster. So I'm going to give you one chance to get away and take the evidence with you. No? All right, I'll just have to telephone the police.
Don't touch that telephone. Are you still giving me orders after seeing what I've done to Spinoza?
Spinoza? I knew he was a foreigner.
Don't forget that what happened to Mr. Spinoza can happen to you too.
Hello, Miss Abby. I saw lights on in the house and thought there might be sickness.
Oh, come on in, Uncle. This is our Miss Moira.
Oh, I see you have company. I'm sorry to be disturbed.
Oh, no, come right in.
Well, I'm Miss Moira, and this is our nephew, John.
Pleased to meet you.
You.
Oh, pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh, it must be nice having your relatives visiting you. Are they going to be staying for a bit?
Oh, I'm staying. Jonathan's just leaving.
Yeah, I've met you here before, haven't I?
I'm afraid not. Jonathan hasn't been home for years.
Your face looks awfully familiar to me. Have I seen a picture of you around here somewhere or something?
I don't think so.
Yes, Jonathan, I'd hurry if I were you. Haven't got much time.
I was just dropping in to make sure everything was all right. I'm sure you'd be wanting to say goodbye to
No,
your
I'd like to have you
relatives.
stick around until my brother Jonathan leaves. Oh, no. Oh,
Well,
Here you are,
sit right down.
why, thank you.
We're just going to have some coffee.
Oh, don't bother.
I forgot the coffee.
Don't bother. I got to be ringing in a few
Oh,
minutes.
no, I'll make some sandwiches. I ought to know your appetite by this time, Officer O'Hara.
Yeah, you can sit around for a cup of coffee, won't you? Just a few moments.
Say, your brother looks awfully familiar to me. Ain't I seen a photograph of him around here somewhere?
No. You have one of those faces you might see in the movies.
The movies? I hate the movies. My mother says the movies is a bastard art.
Oh, it's full of them. Your mother said that.
Yeah, mother was an actress. A stage actress. Perhaps you heard of her. Peaches Latour.
Oh, it sounds like the name of a program. What'd she play?
Her big hit was Mutt and Jeff. Played it for 3 seasons. I was born on tour at the end of the 3rd season.
You were?
Yep, Sioux City, Iowa. I was born in her dressing room at the end of the 2nd act. And me mother made the finale.
What a trooper. I bet there's a good story in your mother. You know I write about the theater.
Say, you're not Moira Brewster, the dramatic critic.
Yes.
Oh, please, admit you, Mrs. Brewster. You and I are in the same line of business.
Oh, we are.
That's right. I'm a playwright, too.
Oh, aren't you in the service, though?
This being on the police force is just a temporary thing.
How long have you been in?
12 years! Collective material for me play.
I'll bet it's a honey.
Oh, you bet, Mrs. Brewster. With all the drama I see on the beat, you wouldn't believe what goes on in Brooklyn.
I think I have.
Say, what time is it?
About 10 after 1.
I got to be ringing in.
Oh, say, O'Hara, on that play of yours, I might be able to help you.
You would?
Yeah.
You would be? Moira Brewster be willing to help me with my play?
Yes, of course, why don't you sit back down?
Oh, Mrs. Brewster, you don't know what this means to me. Look, I'll tell you the plot.
Oh, that sounds good. I'd hurry if I were you, Jonathan.
Everything's just about ready. Jonathan, were you leaving?
Yes, don't forget to take everything with you.
Yes, doesn't that case belong to you?
You can't leave without taking everything with you, Jonathan. Well, O'Hara, it was great meeting you, and we'll get together sometime and we'll talk about
Well,
your
I'm
play.
not going anywhere, Mrs. Brewster.
Why not?
No, you just offered to help write my play with me, didn't you?
Oh, I can't do that.
You're gonna stay here with me and help me write my play.
But I'm not a creative writer.
Oh, I'll do the creating. You just put the words to it.
But O'Hara,
I'll be leaving, Moira.
don't try that. You can't go yet. You have to take all of your things with you. Listen, O'Hara, you ought to get going. We have to ring in. Don't you?
Well, I would be checking in, but you know, I'm feeling a bit famished at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry it took so long.
Don't bring that in here.
Jonathan's leaving.
Oh, why don't we go have a bite to eat in the kitchen?
In the kitchen?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you don't mind eating in the kitchen, do you, Mr.
Right
O'Hara?
there. This door right here.
Where else would one eat?
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Dr. Einstein.
might have known you'd grow up trying to play with a policeman, Moira.
I'm glad you came back to Brooklyn, Jonathan, because it gives me a chance to throw you out. And the first one out is your boyfriend, Mr. Spinoza.
Say, Mrs. Brewster, we can talk in here.
I'm coming right out. Get going, all three of you.
This affair with my sister, Doctor, has got to be settled.
Johnny, we've got enough trouble already. Your sister gave us a chance to get evade. What more could we have?
You don't understand. This goes back a good many years.
Johnny, let's get going.
No, Doctor, we're staying right here. We're sleeping right here tonight.
With a cop in the kitchen and Mr. Spinoza in the window seat?
That's all that guns. We'll take Mr. Spinoza and dump him down in the bay. And if they try to interfere...
Now, Johnny.
Doctor, look at me. You can tell it's going to be done, can't you?
Johnny, when you make up your mind, you lose your head. Brooklyn's not a good place for you.
Doctor!
All right. We stick together. Someday we get stuck together. If we're coming back, do we have to take these with us?
No, leave them here. Bring them down to the cellar. Move fast. Mr. Spinoza will go out the same way he came in.
Johnny,
What's the matter?
do you know that hole in the cellar?
Yes.
You got an ace in the hole. Come on, I show you.
Jonathan? Jonathan! Jonathan! Jonathan!
Yes, Mara.
Where were you two? I thought I told you to get out.
Oh, we're not leaving.
Oh, you're not? You don't think I'm serious about this? Do you want O'Hare to know it's in the window seat?
We're staying right here, Mara.
All right, don't say I didn't warn you. This gets rid of me, of you, and Mr. O'Hare. Will you come in here? Mr. O'Hare?
If you tell O'Hare what's in the window seat, we'll have to tell him what's in the cellar.
The cellar?
Yes, there seems to be an elderly gentleman down there who's very dead.
What were you doing in the cellar?
What is he doing in the cellar?
No, thanks, man. Those sandwiches are delicious. I've had plenty of them.
Now, what are you going to tell O'Hare?
Say, your aunts want to hear the plot, too.
No.
Should I get them both in here?
No, O'Hare. Let's meet up somewhere and talk about your play, huh? And you can bring it on the way.
Well, how about the back room at Kelly's?
Perfect, that sounds great.
All right.
Why don't you go down to the cellar?
The cellar, that sounds like a good
No!
idea.
Well, we'll go to Kelly's.
Is this the cellar?
No,
over here?
O'Hare. We'll both go to Kelly's right now, and you bring on the way, though.
All right.
All right.
That'll only take a minute.
Okay. Be right there. I'll ditch this guy and I'll be back in 5 minutes. And when I come back, I expect to find you gone. Wait.
We'll wait for her, Doctor. After all, I've waited a good many years for this.
We got her right where we want her. She will kill him.
The legs can go upstairs.
Do they have to? Oh, French. Oh, well, we thought we were going to leave.
That was just Moira. She'll be back in a few minutes.
Well, you better go. If you're still here when she comes back, she won't like it. She'll like it. She's got to like it. Well, why don't you get us something to eat?
Yes, why don't you go to the kitchen and get us a bite to eat? I think the doctor and I would enjoy a bite.
Oh, well, you won't have time.
Why don't you go to the kitchen? I mean, you get us a bite to eat while the doctor and I go bury Mr. Spinoza in the cellar.
No! Not our cellar. No.
There's a friend of Moira's down there who's waiting for him.
And Moira's?
Yes, I think they should get along just fine. They're both dead.
He must be Mr. Hoskins. Mr. Hoskins?
You know, about what's down in the cellar.
Oh, yes. That's not one of Moira's friends. He's one of our gentlemen. Your gentleman?
You mean,
That's why you can't bury Mr. Spinoza in our cellar.
you mean between you and Martha have murdered?
No, murder. No, this is one of our charities. Why, what we're doing is a mercy. The cellar's crowded enough, Jonathan. You can't bury him.
Crowded with what?
There are 12 graves down there, and nothing's ready in the room. We're going to need it.
12 graves? You mean you've done that here in this house and buried them down there?
Johnny, vegan chase all over the world. Your aunts stay right here in Brooklyn, and they do just as good as you.
What?
You've got 12, and they've got 12.
I've got 13.
No, Johnny, you've got 12.
13? There's Mr. Spinalzo, the first one in London, 2 in Johannesburg, 1 in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, the 2 in San Francisco, the 1 in Phoenix, Arizona,
Phoenix?
the filling station, the 3 in Chicago, and the 1 in South Bend. That makes 13.
Johnny, you can't count the one in South Bend. He died of pneumonia.
He wouldn't have died if I hadn't shot him.
Oh, no, Johnny, he died of pneumonia. He don't count.
He counts with me, Doctor. I say 13.
No, Johnny, you've got 12, and they've got 12. The old ladies are just as good as you.
They are they? Well, that's easily taken care of. All I need is one more. Just one more, Doctor.
Well, here I am.
We'll be back in 50. Thank you.
Are you understanding anything that's going on? Yeah, killing people. They think that they're helping them to kill them. Okay, but not the son.